Hi, my name is Sharon Murchie, and I'm very excited to join the staff at Okemos High School this year. I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself, about what I believe about education, about the courses that I teach, and about my expectations for the class so that I can best support your students. So, my name is Dr. Sharon Murchie. I have a doctorate of educational technology from Central Michigan University. I also have a master's of science in education from the University of Edinburgh, and then a bachelor's of arts in English from Michigan State University. My teaching experience has mostly taken place at Bath High School in Bath, Michigan. I taught there for about 2 decades. I also taught at a charter school called Walter French Academy that was located in downtown Lansing, and I started out my teaching career at Waverly High School. I also participate in a lot of professional development, specifically as a facilitator. This last summer, for example, I helped co-facilitate a 2-week online learning literacy institute with the Chippewa River Writing Project, where we led a cohort of 24 teachers through best practices in online teaching and learning. And then I also was able to participate in the New York Times Teaching Project this summer with 60 other teachers from across the nation. It was an incredible learning and teaching opportunity. And then last but not least, I'm a writer. I have a book published called Teaching the Research Paper They Want to Write. And then I've also published journal articles in the Michigan Reading Journal, the Language Arts Journal of Michigan, and I blog professionally at sharonmurchie.wordpress.com and have some of my previous curriculum posted at murchiebhs.com. On the side, I like to blog personally as well, and then I also freelance for a corporation that does technology-based simulation training for military and law enforcement, which is really a fascinating writing opportunity that I have. So I want to tell you a little bit about what I believe. In my doctorate for educational technology, I studied the supports that high school students need in order to be successful in online learning situations. Had I only known that just a year or two later we would all be online. But I do know that students need different supports in online environments than they need in the regular classroom. They still need that interactive one-on-one conversation, but they also need support from home, and they need the curriculum to really be streamlined and very clear and concise. Online can be a very challenging environment for students with lots of distractions. And it can also be very difficult to learn in that situation facing a screen. Online learning provides really unique curriculum challenges. We have to figure out how to distill down to the most important pieces that students really need in order to be successful this year and then far beyond into their lives. And then I also believe that it's incredibly important that we teach the whole student. It's not just teaching them about English content, but really we have to understand that first and foremost, we have to look at the whole student. We have to consider student circumstances, what their home environment is, what their learning environment is, what's going on for them socially and emotionally, and we need to practice patience, empathy, and understanding. So I also want to go over some beliefs that I have about teaching in general. I really believe that education should be about teaching students how to think, not what to think. It's not so important that students can regurgitate the right answer. What's really important is that students can figure out how to troubleshoot, how to think critically, how to question, and how to get to answers that might make sense. And so it's not about teaching what the right answer is, but to provide opportunities for students to explore how to get there. And also, it's really important for me that students master the content. So it's not so much about the grade, but about truly mastering what it is that we're studying, what that critical thinking looks like, and how to reproduce that in new environments so that students not only get the grade and the test scores, but actually can apply that learning and that knowledge to the rest of their lives. So I want to go over a little bit of the details on what to expect this year. The weekly schedule will always be posted in Google Classroom on Monday. I will post a weekly agenda for all of the classes I teach. I teach Lit Comp 10, I teach creative writing, and I teach grammar. So on that weekly agenda will be all activities and links that students will need throughout the week. The student workload is about 5 hours of classwork per week. Although we only see each other 3 times a week in Zoom, students should be working about 5 hours per week on classwork. Synchronous sessions, those are the Zoom sessions, are interactive. That means students shouldn't be multitasking or texting friends or trying to do work from other classes. They really need to be engaged because I only get to see them 3 times a week. Asynchronous sessions, when students are working on their own, are done on their own time. And then I have a no homework policy, and I know that sounds a little strange when we're all working from home right now. But what I mean by that is that I will not assign work to be done in the evenings or over the weekends. Students should be able to complete all the work they need in those 5 hours of classwork. And finally, due dates are important. All weekly work should be turned in by Friday at midnight. I don't want to assign homework over the weekend. The weekends, should be for students working with their families, doing other things that they are involved in. I'd really like for their schoolwork to really just take place Monday through Friday. Within 2 or 3 days, I will make sure that everything is marked as collected or missing so that students know if they have any missing assignments. And then I'll make sure that all things are graded and updated in PowerSchool in a timely manner. Please make sure that students always check the weekly agendas posted in Google Classroom if they ever have any questions. So I am so excited to be here at Okemos. This is a great place to be. It's a community that I have been a part of for a while. I love the teaching staff here, and I'm so excited to teach your student this year. Thank you so much.